Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War raid stream, week 36, day 3. So today, of course, maybe we'll actually do some raids now. We'll probably just wait. We'll probably wait till this weekend. But, you know, once there's not a Vault event anymore. Though then again, once we don't have Vault event anymore, we're still going to have the improved Curse Gnomes. They should, in theory, start to happen tomorrow, which is in, what, 4 hours from now? I'm not sure exactly what will happen then. However, that's going to be interesting tomorrow because we might need to really power farm that, because it should be an overlap of both a Vault event and an increased rate for those extremely hard to find gnomes, those little cursed gnomes. But today we're going to grab some copies of the Barkley. That's worth going out of our way for in like the event yesterday, but we're going to go get a couple copies of the Barkley, clear out the, you know, kind of standard dailies, and then pretty much just grind gnomes. And maybe throw a few Paloozas in there, but mostly just grind gnomes and see how many we can get. Hopefully a very, very high amount, with one in particular being the main target. Well, technically two. I'm looking for verse 2s, and I'm looking for, obviously, the new Curse Gnome. That will be giving all the new material for the Soulforge. We covered a video on that earlier today, as well as went on over it quite in depth last night's stream. If you guys still have any questions, do feel free to leave it in chat. But, yeah, we got a lot more things to use on. My main focus right now is trying to get one of every unique thing. So the next thing I'm probably going to try getting is the Mythic. However, we need 85 more of these things. And we're definitely not doing that this stream, I can tell you that. By tomorrow's night stream, with the increased rate, I think we could definitely have this. However, there's no way that's happening tonight. But we'll make some progress on it, if nothing else. But anyways, before I forget... also, I believe I got all the crowns already today, oddly enough. But before I forget... let me go and take the Barkley. So we still have this for another 6 hours, and definitely worth taking. It's a really new pet, and a lot of people probably don't have it maxed unless you maxed out at the beginning of the previous event, because there's been like pretty much no time to even try to max it out since we just had this pet like, what, 2-3 weeks ago? But it's back again, so you can get more copies of it, which a lot of people likely still need, including myself, because all we have is like the 2 copies we got from the original event. But anyways, hello everyone, hope all of you have been having some good luck with the Vault event, particularly for the Cursed Gnomes. Hello Defiant, hello Daddy Shark, hello Mister, hello Ricardo, hello Peter, hello Isabel, hello Mark Joey, hello Rogue Stew, hello Cookie, hello Mister, hello Nathan, hello Gadget, hello Weenie, hello Defiant, hello everyone else, welcome, welcome, welcome. You're able to do Pure Faction for Dark Pits potionless? Nice. That's a pretty good one. Also, hello, Roman. Welcome, welcome. Now, let's go get this Barkley copy. Unfortunately, there's no gnomes here. However, I still want my Barkley. He's only like a green mastery or something like that, which is like in the game is like 0.000000001% of a surge chance. But hey, that is more than 0. It's a lot of zeros, but it's more than just a 0. It's like an extremely small decimal that moves you slightly further higher than 0. But every little bit helps. It might not actually be that low. I think it's like 0.001% or something. It's something absurdly low, though. Like we're literally going into like decimals of decimals. Decimalception. Yeah, I think that was the 5th one. Oh no, that was 6. Okay, so these 2 we should not one-shot. Even though everything prior we did. Eventually we will have so many stats in this game that we actually can one-shot. Though look at that, that's like 34 damage short. But I believe I'm 1 niche short, so I could actually be doing 8 more damage than what we could be seeing right now. What kingdom is new Anvil pet from? It's from Broken Spire, oddly enough. It is not from Kazale, it is specifically from Broken Spire. The new Mythic is from Kazale, but the pet is from Broken Spire. Also, that's something I didn't bother checking yet. I wonder where the weapons are from, because I assume they're all from a different kingdom. I never bothered checking. Because the new thing that's in the Vault Key, the actual Cursed Gnome itself, that's just a Vault Troop, obviously. Aside from that, the pet is Broken Spire. The Mythic is Kazale. But I actually have yet to check the weapon locations. Let me go check that real quick. After we do one more battle here. Oh no, you actually got a kill. Luckily that doesn't carry over. Otherwise that'd be very annoying. Oh, never mind, that was our final battle. I was gonna say that. That'd explain why we're so strong. Unfortunately, we only got 1 Barkley here, which is kind of disappointing. Which means we found 1 copy, then we found 1 copy pretty much. Or no, we found 2 and then 1. That's kind of bad, but oh well. Anyways, let me actually go check. So, I know the Anvil's from Broken Spire, that I know. The Mythic's from Kazale. You can see just by clicking on the thingy. Broken Spire. Though some people might not have them unlocked still, of course. Though tomorrow, you'll be able to go get them with runes. But yeah, if you have like under 10,000, I definitely would not advise mass buying this. Even if you're under 20,000. If you have 20,000 plus, it's probably worth it. But if you're around like 10,000 or so or less, probably just worth grinding it out instead of using gems for it. And just do it with the actual metals. I would think it takes like 300 something. Like 325 or something similar. As far as how many of those shards you need. So while it is basically the equivalence of like all 6 of these weapons, it's basically saving you 6,000 gems, which is a lot of gem saving. You could technically kind of look at it like each one of these weapons costs 500 gems. Which actually, you know what, that's kind of accurate. Because, oh wait, no. If it's 6,000, each one of these costs 1,000 gems, my bad. Is how you can kind of look at it. I think that's like the price difference between them. Because I was going to say, a 500 gem is actually how much normal Doom weapons actually cost. But no, these are actually 1,000 gems each if you really break it down like that. Which is kind of pricey. But anyways, I was literally in the location I wanted to go to. Where are these weapons located from? So this one's from Sword's Edge. This one's from Flowers of Thorns. Yeah, they all are different. This one's from Groshnok. This one's from Merlantis. This one is from Silverglade. And this one is from Broken Spire. Interesting. I'm kind of surprised they didn't make any of them for Nexus. Given that Nexus has like 0 negative weapons. I think it's like 3 or 4. Something small. Anyways. And of course the troop is from Kazale. Anyways, we can finish out the pet. Let's just clear out dailies real quick. I'm not sure why we had the war coins yesterday. But I assume for the rest of this week we'll be getting some color deeds with the Imperial every day. Which is great to see. That's not the team I want to use right now though. Switch over to Phoenicia. Are you going to do... oh, never mind. You were asking Cookie. I was like, hello, Ruva. Welcome. What can... Oh, never mind. I already answered that, though. Let's see. You gave up on farming the Soulforge and spent 4,000... Yeah, last night, I was like, I'll probably just wait till Thursday. And then, like, not even an hour into the stream, I'm like, yeah, I'll just buy the whole thing. I didn't wait. If you have a surplus of gems, it's probably worth just auto-buying. Because there's a lot of things that need it. Like, even if you auto-buy the entire Soulforge, just for all the unique drops, you're going to need 410 of those curse shards. That's more than how much you need to fully max it. So it's like doubling. So that basically gets you like half the shards you need. That's not counting maxing the pet, though. That's counting only 1 copy of the pet. But you don't need to worry about that for the weapon or the other thing, because they technically come maxed. Well, not really. The Mythic does. The weapons don't. However, I'm pretty sure they're low enough priority that you're not even going to bother getting tempering levels on the weapons. I'm not quite sure. I don't even have a single one yet, so I haven't really gotten a chance to mess with them. They seem kind of mid-tier for how Doom weapons are. But the problem with that is the resource for getting them is still so scarce that it being mid-tier makes it kind of useless. Because there's so few material to actually upgrade them, so you only want to upgrade like the super ridiculously good ones. Like the cursed Doom weapon, or you know, the Doom full AoE Doom Skull converting weapon. And things like the books, which are commonly used for Guild Wars. Oh, we got gems across the line as well, nice. Only 10 and 50, but they add up. Nothing else, we gotta make up for that 6,000 debt from last night. From the Soulforge. I wanna try recovering back to 30,000 sometime soon. If we opened all of our Vault Keys, we'd hit it within like a few hours. We have so many Vault Keys just laying around doing nothing. The plan was to originally open more Vault Keys. However, I kind of got to the new Gnome within 27. So I kind of didn't need to. I might still open more though not during a Vault event. Hello Tyrian, welcome. Hello Poing, welcome, welcome. Now let's clear out these gems and clear out dungeons, and then let's go get on the grind. See if we can get some shiny loot. Hopefully get like 1 billion of the new Gnome. Hey, that reminds me, I didn't check your Discord today. Did Kafka ever send me more codes? I did remember to ask her. However, me remembering to ask and her actually doing it are 2 completely different things. Because I could ask and it could still take like 3 weeks. Hello, Halo. She's probably busy with everything patch related. Hello, Haley. Hello, Smasher. Hello, Mister. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Did you get all the crowns already today? Yes, I believe I have. Mostly because I was needing to get that one gnome for the video, because I wanted to have it at the beginning of the video. Because there was no way we're going to randomly farm it on a random video. That's like near impossible. We'd have to have absurd luck. And while we did have some pretty nice luck last night, there's no way we're going to have that much luck for the video. I think it took me like almost an hour to farm it. But just so we could show it at the beginning of the video. But, yeah, I believe I already have it all done. Because I assume after that much grinding that we would have found 10 crowns by now. We can also tell we found 10 because we're currently at 4. Because we got gypped that one the other day. Oh, wait! I have a message from Kafka. Wait. Wait. We got codes! Let's see. Nice. No special codes, but she says she gave me 5 extra for the holidays. Okay, we got a billion codes now. Though I only have one super big code. I'll probably give out multiple on Christmas. However, we're going to save the very juicy final big code that we have, the last one we have, and maybe the last one we'll ever have, because she keeps giving me normal codes. Even the few times where I asked, like, hey, could you throw, like, a couple of bigger ones in there? But, it doesn't matter too much. Doing, like, multiple small codes is basically a big code anyways. It's just you have to use them as gem keys instead of gems. But the value in gems is still the same. Like, 3 small codes is basically the same as 1 big code. But, yeah, we'll hand out our last big code on, the last stream we're doing this year of the 26th. And then we'll just hand out a bunch of normal size codes for Christmas. And yeah, we're stocked up again now. Nice. I'll still use the previous stash first, though. Very cool. Anyways, where were we? Let's keep going. So, I feel like I was answering something and then got extremely sidetracked. Probably. Yeah, we got a billion codes again. Yeah, I know that code bug is fixed. It's been fixed since, actually, it was fixed since the day of. But the patch for it went out at, like, midnight or 1 a.m. And I was, like, sleeping by then. But it was technically actually fixed the day of the glitch. But the fix came out so late that most people were already done with the day before the fix propagated into the game. Because it actually was fixed before a 1-day cycle actually ended. But given the time when that occurs, a lot of people were sleeping or doing other things. Because there was no way to knowing that they would have fixed it that early. But yeah, it's been fixed since day 1. It's just for most of that day, and for a good majority of people, we all missed a crown because it wasn't fixed quick enough. Will we miss that 1 crown? I'm not sure. I hope they compensate us that 1 crown. And if not that, at least give us like 100 gems as payback. Like, I'll take 100 gems. If you'd rather give me 100 gems instead of 1 crown, I would take that exchange. Because theoretically, 100 crowns could also buy you a tier. So if they don't have a way to give everyone 1 crown, just give everyone 100 gems. So for the people that want to skip a tier, they can skip a tier. And then for everyone who just wants to hold the 100 gems, we'll just hold the 100 gems. I hope they do it that way. I'm not sure if that's going to be how they're doing it, but they have like 5 days left to compensate, so hopefully they figure out something soon. But I feel like 100 gems would be the most logical thing to do, though I highly doubt they would actually do it. Because that would allow... Because if they don't have a way to give everyone 1 crown, that would be the way that they can do it. Because 100 gems is basically 5 crowns, or, you know, it can skip a whole tier. And for anyone who doesn't need it, well, you just got 100 crowns. So it kind of works both ways. Anyways, I highly doubt they'll do that, though. But that would be the easiest way to go about fixing it. If they don't have a way to actually do a crown. Because I have a feeling they don't. They probably don't have any way to mail a crown to everyone. Coded into the game. By the time this week ends. Anyways, so we did that, we did that, we did that. I believe we did all the things. I'm ignoring raids until it stops. I'm pretty sure the guild will just do it on their own. Good job, guild. You got this. Double purple orb. But, yeah, we'll just kind of just let that sit. No reason to do our battles. Good job, guild. You have carried us. I'm in, like, dead last. I'm such a bad guild leader. I'm tied with Gabby, though. Anyways. And Isabel's in, like, super first. But anyways, let's go farm now. Let's go do some farming. We'll go do it in some nice, chill Cinemirage. And we'll go switch over to the other team. There we go. Yeah, if anyone has any questions or anything you want me to go over, streams like this are generally really good to do it on. Since we're pretty much just grinding most of the time. Trying to get all the new content. Hopefully we'll have a video that can actually go over the weapons or something similar too. Maybe one on the Mythic. That's actually why I want to kind of prioritize the Mythic too. I kind of want to go over the Mythic on Friday and pretend like it's a Friday Mythic week. Since there's actually not a new Mythic coming on Friday, obviously, but pretend it is. Because I think we'll be able to get enough between tonight and tomorrow to definitely be able to craft a Mythic. And that way we can cover a video on Friday going over the new Mythic that was added in this patch. It's not the hardest Mythic in the game to get, though it's definitely pretty far up there. Because it requires you to have level 20 Soulforge and an additional 100 shards on top of that. Which means, in theory, he costs 6,000 gems plus 100 cursed runes. Or 425 cursed runes. So his price is kind of up there. Though, of course, you're getting other stuff along the way. It's not like just only just for him. Because you're also getting a max Soulforge by doing so. But he's definitely kind of up there if you look at it like that. As either 6,000 gems plus 100 cursed shards or 425 cursed runes. Which I think we've gotten, like, not even 20 total yet. You need 420 for him, technically. Or 425. Whatever, I can't remember. I think it was 325 to max out the Soulforge without using any gems. Which I'm pretty sure 0 people have done so far. Well, you know, maxing it out people have, but with gems, not with cursed runes. What percent of people who watch you videos aren't subscribed? It depends on the video. But we actually have a pretty good ratio. It's about 50%. Actually a little bit more than 50%, which is actually really good. Like anything above 50% is actually really solid. Though if I go to some other videos, it's like absurdly funny. Like if we cover a guide video on, like, let's say a Nintendo game that just came out, the ratio will be like 99% not subscribed. Like it'll be some kind of absurd number. A hilariously absurd number. Like I know that one WarioWare video we did like 2 months ago, whenever it came out. I think it was like in October. I believe it was like a 99.6% of people who watched the video are not subscribed. Like some kind of absurd number. It's so easy to bias that number. I'm not sure why people actually mention it on their videos. Because there's so many ways that you could bias it to literally be whatever number you want. Based on what video you pull it from. Like, I can find literally every number from, like, 99% to 90 to 80 to 70 to 60 to 50 to 40. Of people not subscribed. Though anything above 50% is pretty solid. You know, 50% that are subscribed that are watching something. And most of our Gems of War videos, like 60-something%. I think their streams are even higher. Because obviously a lot of people who join the streams, given that they're only in like a normally an hour or two period, you know, they're normally already subscribed and getting the notification. So they're weighted a lot heavier. Actually, let me go check. Let me go check last night's stream. Let me go check the number real quick. Now I'm kind of curious. If we go check last night's stream, what number... Why can't I get to YouTube Studio from the live page? That makes no sense. That makes absolutely zero sense. Fine, I'll go to a normal YouTube page. So I can then go to YouTube Studio. So I can then go to last night's video, or live stream. And then figure out where on earth this data is, buried in all of the analytics that is within YouTube. Gosh, they have a lot of analytics. Let's see, this is last night's stream. I want analytics on it. Let's see, what is the ratio of... We lost one subscriber from last night's stream? How? But let's see. What was the ratio of people subscribed? We didn't even have a single dislike. How did we lose a subscriber during it? You'd at least think like the one person who like unsubscribed during it was like, oh, I'm also going to leave a dislike on this. But there was like a unsubscribe during the stream, but no dislike on it. Which is even weirder. Where does it tell me my ratio? I want my ratio. Does it not show me my ratio this early? Can I not find a page that has it? Let's see. They have too much analytics. I can't find the analytic I'm looking for in all their analytics. How is this even possible? Oh, that's funny. 0.01% of people on that one link I put in that one video. I actually clicked on it. Interesting. It has 9K impressions too. Yet, so many less views. Let's see. Impression, I believe, is just anyone who like sees it in anything, though. And given that we have like 15K subscribers, a lot of them are going to see it and just not click on it, obviously. I cannot find where on earth this info is. Maybe streams don't have it compared to videos? I have no clue. It just will not give me my infos. It's not that big a deal, though. Anyways. Let's see. Not too big a deal. Where were we? Keep farming. Maybe they just don't have it for live streams compared to videos. And maybe it was a misclick. That's true. That is true too. I've definitely accidentally unsubscribed from people before. I think the most annoying thing is if you actually like just subscribe to someone and then you click like, I think space twice or enter twice because you think you're in like a chat box or something else. I think it like auto unsubscribes you, which is really annoying. Because it still has the thing selected on the screen. Then it activates it twice. Oh yeah, they haven't added any way to get cursed gnome bait yet, have they? That was technically a new feature that was added yesterday. However, I believe we've had 0 instances that can obtain it. Also, I'm pretty sure it's going to be money locked wherever it is. Oh no, can you get it from the guild? I know that's where you get pet baits. Did they put it here and I just didn't even realize? I don't think they did. I think it'll be an offer that they still haven't done yet. Also, I always forget to claim my seals. Luckily, they auto-claim at the end of the week, but still. No, I do not see any bait here. Well, I see a pet gnome bait, but it's not the same thing. Also, why on earth does it cost so much money for some pet gnome bait? I mean, a bunch of other stuff, but also the pet gnome bait. Like, it's not that good. Nor is the other bait for the cursed gnome. No, I would definitely love to have like 100 of it. It was definitely not worth whatever they would charge for it. Even if it was a few bucks each, getting 100 for like 300 still way too much money. Yeah, they're probably doing it only in flash offers. But yeah, all the baits don't really seem that worth it. Because I know the cheapest you've ever been able to get pet gnome bait, I think, was $5 each, technically. That was way too much money. Like, I think it was like $5 each, which is like a little bit of gems. Also, we got a verse 2. We've been doing really good this week on verse 2, which is my lowest verse, so it's kind of relevant to us. But I'm pretty sure they're going to do the same thing with the cursed gnome bait. They're going to make it way too expensive. What I'm most curious about is what exactly the rate will be this upcoming week. Also, I really hope whatever the rate for these things are this upcoming week is just a new rate for them. I hope they get so much feedback from it that they just leave it at whatever rate they're going to be doing starting this Thursday. Because these things seem so non-existent. Like, we'll probably go this whole stream and find 0 or 1. Hopefully 1. Like, I'd be exceedingly surprised if we find 2 during the duration of this stream. But if nothing else, we're still getting Vault event value. Because it is still a Vault event today and tomorrow, as well as yesterday, of course. That's why we're seeing like 1 billion of these verse gnomes. Also, hello, Chris, fellow analyst. Welcome, welcome. Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. If you put the cursed gnome on your defend team, it counts for killing 10 of the gnomes for the achievement. That's not too big a deal though. We're easily going to kill 10 naturally occurring gnomes. of the curse variety. Because I assume once we have that 1 week buff, we're going to be getting at minimum like 1 per day, so that shouldn't be too big a deal. Because we've already found like 3, right? Because I found 2 smaller ones, one of which gave a vault key, and 2 bigger ones. So I've actually found 4 so far. There's also an easy way to check. If I just go to achievements, it literally tells me how many I've found. I have found 4, yep. 2 smalls, 2 bigs. And what I mean by that is 2 smalls as in 2 during a palooza, and then 2 bigs as in 2 not during a palooza. Because during a palooza they give like 1 or 3. Or vault key. End up getting a vault key on one of them earlier. It didn't even give me any shards, so I guess it wasn't too big a deal. Because theoretically a vault key is actually worth more than 2 shards. As much as we kind of need shards right about now. The vault key is technically better value. At least when you're getting a smaller amount of the 1 to 3. Because a vault key is worth about like 4 shards. So it's actually better to get a vault key drop than a 1 to 3. What's annoying is if we find a naturally occurring one and it drops a vault key when we should have gotten like 14 or so shards. That's gonna hurt. Hasn't happened yet, but it will eventually happen. We've seen it for the smaller one, but we haven't seen it for the bigger one yet, which is gonna be very annoying when that happens sometime this week, because it's almost guaranteed gonna happen at some point. Grind it before they will nerf it. There's no way they're gonna nerf it. I just wish whatever the drop rate is starting on Thursday for that week is just what they keep it at forever. They just need a billion feedbacks that say to do that, and hopefully they will. We don't know what that rate's going to be, but whatever it is, it's definitely better than whatever we have now. You've only found 1 so far yet. They're pretty rare. Hopefully find at least 1 this stream. That's pretty much the goal of this stream. Keep hunting until we find one. Actually, so much so, we'll hand out a redeem code when we find one. Unless it's taken so long, in which case we'll just hand out the code. But the first cursed gnome we find, we will hand out a redeem code. How about that? With a gem key in it. Oh, if nothing else, we're getting a lot of good vault loot. Also, this is the most verse 2s we've ever gotten during a gnome event. So much so that our verse 2 is almost not our lowest one anymore. I think it's like 4 off. I think at the beginning of this event it was like a dozen off. And somehow it's only 4 away from having enough. Yep, it's only 4. If I get 4 more, it'll be tied with verse 3, which will be the first time my verse 3 will actually be my lowest. So originally verse 4 was my lowest. Then for the longest time, and still right now, verse 2 has been my lowest. But we've gotten so many verse 2s this time around that verse 3 is about to become my new lowest, which has never been my lowest before. And verse 1's basically never going to become our lowest. There's just so many of them. But yeah, verse 3 is getting close. If we keep getting good verse 2 luck, it'll be our 3rd shift. I don't know, how many shifts have you guys had? Have you guys had like one that's just always been lower? Because I've had 1 shift so far, and it looks like it's going to shift to another one. Meaning it almost every single one except for verse 1. Oh, epic Volky, nice. But that would have made it so every single one except 1 has been my lowest at some point. Once that does trade over again. Because it started with verse 4, and then it was verse 2, and then it was verse 3. Assuming we find some more verse 2s. That's why I say you should probably get every verse you ever see. Because you never know when you're just going to get like an insane amount of luck in a different direction. Because just like how you can get ultra unlucky for a long period, you can also just get super lucky and just find like 20 in a row. Unlikely, but it happens. Because I think our ratio verse 2 to all the other verses has been like 3 times. Like, we've gotten 3 verse 2s for every one other verse we've gotten. This Nomapalooza so far. Which has been super lucky given that we actually need verse 2s. So for basically one full set of all the other ones, we basically have found 3 verse 2s. And even this stream, I believe it's 1 verse 2 and 1 verse 4 so far. Can you ask Kafka, please, a very special super code with 2 Ironhawks? Yeah, I would advise saving diamonds, or this vault, if you don't currently have 2 Ironhawks, I would highly advise, if you have the time, to grind out the current vault event that we have going on right now. Grind the one that's on Christmas weekend if you have some time on Christmas weekend. Though, of course, make sure to spend time with family and everything. But, you know, if you have time here or there, definitely worth getting a bit of grind there. But if you can get enough gems or diamonds from that, because one of the only ways to, like, infinitely farm, in theory, diamonds is to do vault events. Because vault events give you Nomapaloozas, or a lot of Paloozas. Those Paloozas give you a lot of vault keys. Those vault keys give you a lot of diamonds. It's one of the only few ways you can, like, infinite farm diamonds. And I would highly advise trying to get to 8,000 diamonds before the end of this year. Because we have 2 vault events. One right now that takes place yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And another one that takes place Christmas weekend. And if you're busy Christmas weekend, make sure to get your grind in now, because this is basically the last vault event. If you're busy on Christmas weekends. So hello, Pamela. Welcome. So hello, B-Dub. Welcome. And Clip Bomb if I already didn't say hi. And Barbara. You're drowning in verse 1s. Yeah, I have so many verse 1s. Verse 1's still my biggest margin. I don't think... my verse 1s are high enough that I'm not sure it will ever be my lowest. We just have such an excess of them. Because I think it's like 17 above my lowest or something. Which, it's still possible to cover that gap, though. 17 is not a huge difference. There's some people that have like a 50 to 100 difference between their lowest and highest. I don't even have that many deeds, though. Or verses, I should say. It's a lot of verses. Some people really grind at it, though. Also, some still have a surplus from when it was like super broken that first day. Some people really grinded it until they had like over 100. And then ever since, they just naturally grind a lot and have a lot more as well. I think we have like 17 Paloozas right now. With every verse 2 being another Palooza. We're definitely gonna run some Paloozas. I just don't feel like it's as worth it. Because the main thing we're looking for right now is verse 2. And more importantly, the non-Palooza Cursed Shard, or Cursed Rune Gnome. Those are like the main 2 things we're looking for, both of which do not take place in Nomapaloozas. Which makes me kind of tempted just to not throw them. You're 37, 66, 59, 118. Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm at like 40, 20... No, it's like 40, 17, 23, 30 or something. Yeah, I'm curious what the rate for cursed gnomes will be tomorrow. And if it will be bugged in a positive way. But if anyone's up, I probably won't be. But if you're up in like 4.5 hours, or sorry, 3.5. No, I was right the first time. 4.5. No, 5.5. Math. How do you work? 5.5. If you're up in about 5.5 hours from now, it's worth checking in on the game and seeing if it's ultra broken. Because sometimes at reset time, it's like broken beyond belief in a positive way. Where you might be able to, for like an hour or a few hours, get like some kind of absurd rate for the new cursed gnome. As far as finding it for its cursed runes. I'll likely be sleeping though. Mostly because that's 2 AM in the morning. Lurking while grinding. Got a grind party. Honestly, that's what it really feels like whenever we stream during a Vault event. It's just a grind watching party, while everyone else also grinds. It's basically what it ends up becoming. Also, cursed gnomes, please come out. Supposedly you exist. The only problem is, we're at the point where the next few cursed gnomes won't actually give us anything. Not in the sense that they're giving us nothing, but in the sense that we can't actually use the loot to craft anything. Because at this point, I want to start saving for the mythic. And realistically, we have to find them another 9 times, or 8 to 9 times before I have enough to get the mythic. Which is a big number. We'll be lucky if we find them once this stream. But hopefully tomorrow and for the rest of the week it'll be an interesting rate. Like, I'm most curious to see how Arnifix is going to interact with tomorrow. Because a Vault event and a buffed up rate for it could be an absurd amount of loot. I might even do a midday stream tomorrow. We'll see. I might just grind it casually off stream. The only problem with doing it on stream is I feel like I need to be like talking the whole time. And that's going to be very tiring to do for like 8 hours straight. No, I'm not going to unlock the weapon first. I kind of changed my plan. I will be unlocking the weapons probably next week if the rate is so good that we can actually get the mythic and all the weapons within that duration of the week period. However, my plan is to try to get enough shards to get the mythic by Friday. So we can cover the mythic on Friday. And we'll likely have it by Thursday night on the Thursday night stream. Which is tomorrow night stream. Ideally. Assuming the rate is like really good with the increased rate. But we'll ideally do that. Have it on stream tomorrow. Do a video on it on Friday. And then at some point next week we cover a video on the weapons. If I even cover a video on the weapons. Because honestly, the weapons might not be viable enough to cover. I'm not sure. I feel like a couple of them might be, though. So I'll probably still cover a video on the weapons. If nothing else, if they seem okay enough, I might even go max them. I do have enough to upgrade a full set of Doom weapons. I've just been holding off until a better set comes. And this might be the set I actually do it on. Mostly because Bless All Allies has potential. It's a very situational mechanic, but a very situational mechanic that is so good in PvP-like situations. My only concern is that it's a single color and takes too much mana to be viable in Guild Wars. Because the main instance you're going to use it in is Guild Wars. But it's also going to get hard countered on Guild War days. Which makes it so situational when you would ever bother bringing it out. As in theory, the best time would be Guild Wars, but you would also have a mana conflict using it on Guild Wars. That's the main concern with a lot of like single color stuff. Especially the ones that are supposed to be used in the context of Guild Wars. They just don't work properly. Because you have too much of the same color on your team. Especially when they only use one color. Like the weapons and the guardian troops and stuff like that. Like they're almost kind of supposed to be used on the Guild War days, but they can't be because they just block so much color. By only using one singular color and no multicolor. With no mana accumulation. Well, some of them do have mana accumulation, but a lot of them don't. It's one of the reasons why those Doom Skull related weapons can kind of work, because those Doom Skull converts end up mana accumulating. So after it gets a cast off, it kind of just wins. But a lot of the other ones don't really do that properly. Like Book can do it too, which is one of the reasons why it's kind of viable. Oh, we got some gems there, nice. 20 gems. Oh, let's see. Take that for now. What's in the chest? Exactly at 0. Oh, only Yasmin. I think the Orpheus is the best we can even get off of tier 1 anyways. Another verse 4. We're doing pretty good on verse gnomes, though pretty bad on almost everything else. Though we did find an epic vault key too, naturally. The only thing that's just not dropping for us is the curse gnomes. He's out there somewhere. Honestly, I might just have to stay up till 2 AM tonight. Not during the stream, though. We're not streaming all the way to 2 AM. But, I might have to. Just to see how broken it's going to be at reset. I just have a feeling that something's going to completely break and make it appear in, like, almost every battle. Or maybe not that hard, but, you know, there's going to be something that breaks to the degree where it's going to be way artificially increased. More than what they intended. I'm, like, 90% certain. It's either going to feel extremely still non-existent, or so many that they're going to have to nerf it in, like, seconds or minutes. Well, it'll take them probably hours, though. I don't really see anything in between really happening. It's either going to still feel like right now where there's still, like, 0, or there's going to be a billion of them. Yeah, they were collecting data on the forum too, the devs were trying to see. Because it does seem like the current rate is actually lower than what they initially intended. Like the ones without the buff right now. You know what this feels like? Trying to find a verse gnome prior to the, that one Thursday where they handed out 1 billion of them. Quite literally, in that case. Which I feel like this Thursday is going to be a repeat of that. Where prior to it, like, almost none existed. And then the day came and every single one that has ever existed has existed. Like, thousands of them. Thousands upon thousands. So, 4 gem keys. That's one of the other good drops. Nice. So we might need to change the parameter for handing out code. I said we'd find it when we find a curse gnome. How about a curse gnome or verse 2? Because those are the 2 things we're looking for. So next verse 2 or next curse gnome will hand out code. Whichever one happens first. That is not verse 2. What verse is that? 1? Actually, completely forgot. It's either 1 or 3. It is 1. I'm not sure why, but I always confuse 1 and 3. 2 I always know is Savage Lip. 4 I always know is the drummer. But for whatever reason I keep switching like 1 and 3. Well, technically, don't both of them play the guitar? That's probably why. Because one of them plays the guitar and the other one plays the guitar. So it always throws me off. Because they play the same instrument, so they look like the exact same character to me. I see them as the instrument that they play. And they both basically play the same thing. I think one's like a lead and the other's a bass, but still. Or however guitars work. Just got a cursed gnome after 4 battles, 14 battle runes. Nice. Yeah, has anyone gotten 15 yet? I haven't heard any report of 10 or 15. It seems like it's just 11, 12, 13, 14. Which seems like a really weird mix of numbers. Because I've kind of been assuming it's 10 to 15. But I can't recall anyone who said 10 or 15 yet. 11, 12, 13, 14 we have seen though. Well, I've only seen 11 and 12, but we've seen people mention 13, 14. One of your guildmates said they had 15? Okay. So yeah, it's probably a 10 to 15 then. The 15 is probably just the rarest drop. Unless it has like an ultra rare 20 drop or something. Oh, so you have gone to 10. During the stream too. Oh gosh, no. Everyone's getting more gnomes than me. Well, I was watching Genki's stream earlier. And during the whole duration, we actually found one before she found her first. I'm not sure if she ultimately ended up finding one her stream. Because that's when I started recording the video. That we posted earlier this morning. But I did catch her stream prior to doing it. Because I was trying to farm... because at the beginning of the video, I wanted to show the cursed gnome. Like we did. And to do that, we had to find a cursed gnome. So I was basically watching her stream while grinding for it. Which is probably what you guys are doing right now. Which is kind of funny. But I was doing that earlier this morning. And then I just recorded the video once I did find it. It took like an hour. Yeah, I've heard some people have gone like 5 or 8 hours and still have found 0. Like some kind of absurd amount of time. So far we found 4 within 5 hours, I want to say. If you count all the on-stream and off-stream farming. I believe it's 4 and 5 hours is our current rate. Meaning it's taken us a little over an hour per cursed gnome currently. 2 of them are found in a Palooza, 2 of them are found outside of Palooza. Catch you later, Rogue. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy your night. You farmed for 10 hours and got 13. Nice. Oh, it's more than 1 per hour. 1 per hour does seem to be about what their drop rate is, though, in the current state of the game. Which is kind of bad. I do want to power grind a bit more tomorrow, though. Like, if there's any time to grind, tomorrow's going to be, like, the day to grind for it. Due to the overlap of the increase while still having a vault event. Which might lead to some really, really inflated numbers. That are going to be super broken beyond belief. Like, I'm calling it now. This Thursday, tomorrow, it's going to be the first day of Verse Gnomes all over again. That one day where they just handed out 1.5 billion of them to, like, everyone and didn't roll it back. Tomorrow's going to be the same thing for Curse Shards. I am pretty certain. Oh, let's go hand out a code. I said either first 2 or Curse Gnome. And obviously, first 2 happened first. Because, gosh, do these Curse Gnomes do not want to drop. Anyways, let's go hand out code. I did say I would do it then. Let me go find where on earth my code is. Because I want to use the previous batch, not the new batch. I have the new batch open, but I want to finish the previous batch first. Let's see. Click save. Click, if I could find where my thing is. One moment. Put that in there, put that in there, put that in there, put that in there. Put all the things in the things and the other things in order to get things from the code. There we go. Many things. And there goes go. There's the redeem code used on gemsofwar.com right underneath the game code section. Your invite code can be found in your settings menu. Whatever game says right over here is what we put in for your invite code. Redeem code's right over there in chats. Copy paste random numbers and letters starting with corn. Wait, is it starting with corn? No, it has an extra C there. No, actually that's a G. Never mind. I can't see numbers. It's CGC. That definitely looked like corn. I definitely read that as corn somehow. CGCRN I somehow read as corn. But, yeah, that code. And it gives the same reward as always. True charge maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. There you guys go. Enjoy. And definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. Also, how about this? If we can actually find a cursed gnome this stream, we'll hand out another code. If we find it. Only if we find one. Not sure how long we're going to be streaming for. But if we find a cursed gnome, I'll hand out a code. Another one. Though don't get your hopes up because there's a good chance we're not finding one. But if we actually find a cursed gnome tonight on this stream, we will hand out another code. Because it's got a new batch from Kafka, so we can go a little bit heavier with them for the holidays. How many pets have you gotten? All of them? You mean just generic pets or the new pet? Because I own every pet in the game, right? I should. Yeah, I own every pet in the game. Actually, so much so, it counts as one above. The reason why it shows I have one more than how many actually exist is because of the Android pet. So I'm currently playing on the Steam version. But because Steam and Android is cross-platform, as you know, all the mobile versions, you can have both the Steam pet and the Android pet, and we actually have one above how many it should be, because we have both of those two. So yeah, that's why it shows we actually have above the total amount. We have over 100%. We have over 100% completion on pets, which is kind of funny. The only thing we're missing, as far as anything, is like all the new stuff just came out. The new weapons. Oh, also this. We'll get this in the next Nexus event. Not the one that's currently going over this week, but the next Nexus event that occurs into the future. You should be able to get an Tourist Star for like 0 resources in Soulforge. Not literally 0, but you know, it's really cheap. It's just epic cost. Of course, these 6 weapons are our next priority after we get this unowned troop. That's all we're missing. We have every pet. We have every banner. Can you even click unowned? Yeah, there's nothing under it there. We have every pet. The only thing we're missing are a money-locked weapon that will eventually be not money-locked whenever we have another Nexus event. These 6 things that literally just came out tomorrow and almost no one has grinded yet for. And a new mythic, which hopefully we'll have by this Friday. We'll probably have it tomorrow and then cover a video on Friday on it. That's all we're missing. It's mostly just all the stuff that happened yesterday for the most part. How do you get the Steam pet? The Steam pet costs $50, though they generally have it on a sale. The cheapest it has ever been on sale is $5. However, recently they haven't really done more of a sale than 50% off, which makes it $25. But it's a money-only pet. The Android pet is money-only, or all the console-based pets are money-only. There's also one for Xbox, but it's literally impossible to get on PC mobile because it's Xbox only. But yeah, the Android one I don't think has ever been on a sale and costs $50. The Steam one often goes on sale, and while its base price is $50, it normally goes way cheaper. Like in the next week, it'll probably be like 25 bucks or something. I definitely wouldn't spend more than 25 bucks on it, because they do it on a sale pretty often. But yeah, it's pretty pricey for what they are, but we did get them for completion's sake. Actually, Isabel gifted both of them to us, actually. The Android one and the Steam one. Which is greatly, greatly appreciated. Actually, we even have the Android one named after her. I think it's called the Isabots. Let's see, where to go? Pets. Let's see. Droid? Yeah, the Isabots. The Isabots. There we go. Actually, what do we have equipped right now? We have the Anvil still. The good old Anvil. Show off that we wasted 10 crystals. Gotta flex the 10 crystal waste. Obviously, most people are gonna get one copy of it just to have it, though, at some point. It's kind of needless to go for it first. I just kind of wanted to get something new. So I was like, ah, Anvil, we can afford that. Obviously, it's like fully cosmetic, and I don't need it for kingdom upgrading purposes, so it has done literally nothing other than put a random Anvil on my shoulder. Yes, King Heraldor is pay only currently. He will be available at the next Nexus event. However, at this current moment in time, you cannot get him in the event queue drop table. But yeah, the next Nexus event that happens is pretty much the free-to-play release of Nexus, essentially. Because all the things that you haven't been able to get this event, because they were either in the Kingdom Pass or, you know, just kind of money-locked in some way, shape, or form, you'll be able to get next Nexus events. I have no clue when next Nexus event is, but the next one is basically the free-to-play release of Nexus Kingdom. As well as us being able to get that one $10 weapon that will be available for in-game currency. Which I'm pretty sure almost no one has, because it'd be quite a bit of a waste to get it for $10. When you could just wait a couple months and get it for free. Or, you know, in-game resources. But it's basically free. It's like 75 gems and a few other things, I think. Which is essentially free. These epic weapons don't cost much. Like, when that weapon comes back around, we actually know exactly what it's going to cost if I just go compare it to an epic weapon. But that one weapon that we don't have, that one epic one, it'll cost exactly... Oh no, it's Nexus, because there's no epic weapon in Nexus, so I don't have a comparison. Never mind. But I think it's like 75 gems and a few other loots here and there. Oh, there's no epic, so I can't compare it. Or actually, there is one epic, but it's not available in Soulforge yet. It will be next time around. But not this event. Never mind. Literally, the item that I can't get is the item I'm trying to compare it to. Which is kind of funny. Because while it's not available this Nexus event, it should be next Nexus event. We just don't know when that is yet, I don't think. Do we? Let me double check. Do we actually know when next Nexus event is? Because I actually didn't check since the update. Let me double check. Actually, I didn't check much on Terran's World since then. But if I go over to Troops and Control Find Nexus... Let's see, do we know when the next Nexus is? That's Bounty Hunter, so that's not... No, we don't currently know. It's not within visible sight. How far do we have scouted? We know up until... the end of... We know up until early March. We know up until mid-March. And there's no Nexus event between now and mid-March. So yeah, we're gonna have to wait like half a year, I think. Because we know until the middle of March, and there's no Nexus event coming until then. And we also know a little bit further, and not a single one of these are Nexus. So we can assume summer of next year will be Nexus event. So that's quite a while to have to wait. But that is when all this stuff will be available. I'll hopefully remember whenever that does come around to mention that it's basically the free-to-play release of Nexus. But that's a while from now. Like, we're talking like sometime next summer is the next Nexus event, most likely. We don't have an official date yet, though. Any date for the Broken Spire faction? No, we currently don't. Oh, a Volky, nice. We don't currently know the date for the Broken Spire faction. We know what the troops are, but it didn't get a date. Like, if I go to Broken Spire... Actually, I can't control find Broken Spire because it would be the thing. But, if I'm not mistaken, we do have the troops somewhere in there. I don't believe the Kingdom page got updated with a specific date. It still has none. What's it called again? Oh, does it not have a name? No, it's called Fire Rift. But yeah, I believe the troops have info on them. Someone mentioned earlier. I didn't actually look at them, though. But if I go type in Fire Rift... Or not. Where's the Fire Rift ones? Someone said the info was for... are those it? No. Never mind. Maybe they don't have info yet. Never mind. I thought someone said there was. But no, we still have no info on it, pretty much. At least not an official date anyways. It's definitely coming at some point, though. Yeah, I hate that too. We had that happen on the nightly stream last night when we, on launch night. And I believe it's still the case. It ends up giving, it can end up giving you a Valky instead, which is really bad because his loot is so absurdly good that getting replaced by a Valky is actually way worse loot. An epic Valky would be okay, but even in that case, if you could choose between like 15 of those shards and epic Valky, like the 15 shards would kind of be better. There would be a point where that wouldn't be the case, but to a lot of people right now, that 15 is definitely better than the epic Valky. But yeah, it had to happen earlier. Instead of getting like 2 shards or so when we got found in a Palooza, we got a Valky instead. At least that epic Valky is not as bad as getting a Valky. I got a Valky from it earlier, which hurt, but luckily it was from a smaller one, so I only lost like 2 shards, so it wasn't as big a deal. If we lost like 12 plus, then, or you know, one of the bigger ones, that would have been a lot more devastating. By getting an epic Valky instead, that's kind of okay, but it's still kind of weird that it's not like pet gnomes, where you get both. That or just don't even have a Valky drop and just override it. Because if I'm not mistaken, don't verse gnomes only ever give verses? I think they have a 0% chance to ever give a Valky. Like, they don't even do like the double thing where they give a Valky and a verse, they simply just give the verse. I can't recall a single time ever getting a Valky off them. So I'm pretty sure the verse just overrides everything. And in the case of pet gnomes, you get both. You get both the activation of the pets and the loot, while still getting the Valky. And in the case of verses, it just completely overrides it and just only gives you the verse. But yeah, they have it weird for the new gnome, where a Valky could just replace all of its loot, which is fine for other gnomes, but it's really weird doing it for him, given how much valuable his loot is, especially since they made a gnome bait for it. They made a gnome bait for it, yet you can still end up getting into like a random Valky instead. Which they're going to have a lot of people complaining about that, probably, if they release the gnome bait. But maybe not, because not that many people will buy it. For there to be a lot of people complaining about it. Though there's definitely someone who's going to get gypped. They're going to spend like $5 for the bait thingy, and then they're going to get a Valky from the thing. Or however it works, I'm not quite sure how the bait works. I'm sure anyone knows how the bait works. Because there's currently none of it in the game. Either spawns 1 or a whole battle of 4 of them, I'm not quite sure. If it's only 1, that seems kind of bad. If it's like a battle with 4, that seems kind of okay. Assuming none of them drop Valky and instead give you like 40-something of those shard things. Because minimum you would get is 40. Maximum you would get is 60 then. And realistically, you'll get something in between. Assuming it's 4 and not 1. If it's only 1, it seems kind of pointless. Nexus Kingdom is not on your map. How is it not? That's literally impossible. Even if you had an older version of the game, it'd still have to be force updated. Or at least to the previous version. Like, I don't think the force update has come to force people into 6.1. But the force update has definitely come for 6.0. It's been way beyond that point now. I don't know, maybe it glitched out. Maybe there's so many kingdoms on the page it just decided not to exist anymore. I'll definitely report it to them then. Though not being able to click on Nexus isn't too big a deal. I'm trying to think of a different way that you might be able to get into Nexus. I don't think there is a way to click on a kingdom menu without going to the kingdom. Like, how else do you get to that menu? I know there's some weird ways to get to some other menus through various commands, so I don't think there's one for that. Because you can't even go to the faction, because the faction doesn't have any button that brings you to the kingdom. Though that would be kind of cool if it did. Oh, you know how that you can get there? Hold up, I know a way. I know a way you can get to the kingdom. Nexus is, what color is Nexus? Blue-brown? If you go to inventory, I know how to get there. There's always an alternative way to get to pages in this game. If you click on Arcane Shield Trait Stone, there should be a Nexus button. Click on the Nexus button. Let me know if that brings you there. Because I should bring up this page. I almost forgot about that. But, yeah, see if that works. Because even if you don't see the kingdom, that should still be there. And if not, you should definitely report that. We should probably report it regardless. But, yeah, go to inventory, go down to blue-brown, arcane. And you can get to nexus this way. If you don't see it on your menu. Which is generally the main way that you actually get to it, obviously. Anyways, where are we? But yeah, there's a lot of weird ways to get to other menus in this game. Like, almost every menu has, like, 2 different ways of getting to it. Maybe not literally every single one, but quite a few of them do. Also, I'm losing confidence in finding this. I think our best bet might almost be to just rest up a little and just be prepared for tomorrow's grind-a-palooza. Because I have nearly 0 confidence in finding this thing. Oh, you finally got the achievement for it. Nice. You found 10 of them already? Very nice. We are currently at 4, and we cannot find a 5th. But hopefully tomorrow's rate will be absolutely insane. I'm sure hoping on it. Like, I'm hoping we just grind so hard tomorrow that we just get everything. We'll have the mythic, we'll have the weapons, we'll have, the pet maxed. Well, maybe not that, but just try going for it at least. And then maybe even have a few spares. Oh, Volky. Oh no, I didn't realize I killed one during a Nomapalooza. They can come pretty quick and you don't even realize you're killing them sometimes. Because their loot is so small that you don't notice the loot. And the kill is so quick that you don't notice the kill. Because I know we actually missed one yesterday at some point. Where we actually got one during a Palooza, but I didn't even realize we got one. And we got 2 shards off of it. Like, I didn't realize it until like 5 or 10 minutes later that we actually killed one. Also, it is possible to give you a vault key instead. Because if you didn't notice it was your enemy and you're just looking based on the loot, it is possible that it gives you a vault key or an epic vault key instead of the shards. So if you're only looking for that shard resource, then you can actually still have the enemy but not have a shard resource. It's very rare that that will happen, but it does happen. I hope they'll fix that so it doesn't happen. That does currently happen. Wait, you can get the... I know, you can get the achievement instantly by fighting cursed gnomes on defend. I am aware. I just want to get it naturally. Because it's a good way to keep track of if we found 10 natural occurring gnomes yet. Plus, we're easily going to be farming enough that we don't have to go out of our way for it. Like tomorrow alone, we're going to find probably more than 10 gnomes. Or 10 cursed gnomes. So we don't have to go out of our way to get some now. But yeah, we can get it done within like a minute if we just go to PvP. Not from finding real ones, but you know, from fighting fake ones. Because the fake ones still count. Oh, you tried it? Did it work? Yeah, the button's there. You click on it and the map moves to the kingdom location, but the menu doesn't open. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, that's definitely bugged. Definitely let them know. What did it do? Soft lock the game? Luckily, this game has auto-save like every like few seconds. It's always lurking to make sure to look if you're cheating. But like literally everything's a communication to server. So it keeps updating like every few seconds. Though oddly enough, the battle itself isn't. Only the data at the end of a battle is actually given to the server. You can actually lose connection during a battle, and it only will actually tell you that you've lost your connection after you finish the battle. Because that's the only time it needs to engage with the server. Is when the battle actually ends. But for the duration of battle, you can actually like lose your connection during the battle. And then get it back before the end of the battle. And then at the end, you didn't even realize you lost your connection at all. Because it doesn't communicate with the server until at the end. How long am I going to stream? I feel like tonight might be a little bit shorter. Just because I want to be rested for what brokenness will happen tomorrow. In theory. That is the hope anyways. Because there is a non-zero chance tomorrow is first day of Verse Gnomes round 2. But instead of with the overpowered Verse Gnomes, it'll be with the Cursed Gnomes. Because tomorrow is the only day we're gonna have a Vault event coinciding with the 1 week buff of the Cursed Gnomes. It is the only day where both of them coincide with each other. Which has a lot of potential to be broken beyond belief. But tomorrow is the only day where that overlaps. But I think we'll try like a few more sets and then give up. And hopefully with the luck that we were getting yesterday, if it's anything like today, the second we give up, we will find it on the exact battle we give up on. Because that was really funny yesterday. We actually had 2 instances of it. One was exactly at 1,700 vault keys we were eating down to. On the exact last one, we found the Cursed Gnome as a trooper, you know, the copy of it that you get to keep. And then the very last battle of the stream, we found the actual Cursed Gnome, or, you know, an actual physical wild one. That gave us like 11 shards. Or 11, I keep calling them a different resource like every 5 seconds. 11 Cursed Runes is what their name is. Cursed Runes is what that material is called. I keep calling it at least like 10 different things, and I'm probably confusing everyone. Because I've called it at minimum like a dozen different names. But they're called Cursed Shards. These little red fragment thingies. The main thing we're hunting for. Hey, another gosh, we're getting so many verse 2s this week. What happened? I don't mind though. Keep doing it. Maybe it was like that 10 verse 2 thing I said in a row earlier. I was making a joke about it, but the game might have actually listened. Because our verse 2s are almost not going to be our lowest soon. We only need 3 more verse 2s until it's tied with our other lowest. It's really close. Then we're going to need to start getting verse 3s that just don't seem to drop for us. Because haven't we gotten 0 verse 3s this stream? As well as yesterday's stream? Which doesn't matter too much as long as 2s catch up. But it's going to be weird when it finally passes it. Because we keep not getting 3s. Because I believe this entire Vault event I have not gotten a single 3, or only 1. But I've gotten a artificially high amount of 2s. Yeah, last night's stream was a lot of fun. We'll be doing something kind of similar tomorrow, I would sure hope. Because every, like, hour of farming tomorrow is going to be, like, hours upon hours if you were to have done it otherwise. Like, we can... Let's say we end this stream in, like, about 5 minutes, which I think we might be at this point. If we streamed for, like, 20 minutes tomorrow, that's the equivalent of this entire stream, as far as value that we'll likely get, in theory. It really depends on how much they vouchy buffed it or not, though. Though, theoretically, finding even one is, like, infinite more value. Hey, verse 3 listens! Oh, no, now is it going to spam me with verse 3s? Or is it saying how we haven't gotten one? And then it gave me one. If only they would do that with a cursed gnome. That'd be great. But yeah, patches normally have a lot of more viewers than normal. Everyone wants to know all the new juicy info. And of course, we covered a summary video earlier. Though it's still advised catching a stream. It was a really fun stream last night if you didn't catch it. It's a bit longer, but it's worth a watch. A lot of really fun moments. And we went over pretty much everything you'll ever need to know. Obviously, the video also summarized it, but we went over some info that wasn't in the video. But most of it was summarized in the video. Because I didn't read the whole patch notes during the video. That was just taking too long. Most of it was just the Soulforge stuff, obviously, though. That was like 90% of the patch. I think we're going to make this our final set. Because if I commit to ending, it's going to give me a cursed gnome. So we'll do like 3 more battles then. I think we're going to call it a little bit earlier tonight, just so we're going to be good to go for tomorrow. Get a bit of rest in. And see how broken tomorrow will be. I'm calling it now. It's going to be very broken. Like, so much so that you might want to try getting on it early before they nerf it. And let me go for one more set. There's a problem with these. It's like always, you just want to go for like one more set over and over and over again. If I keep doing that, we'll be here for like 10 hours. The level in the new recipes? What do you mean by that? How is your Soulforge looking at the moment? I maxed it out. We got it to 20, but that's because we spent 6,000 gems on it instantly in order to get it to 20. But yeah, we have it maxed. Yeah, we maxed it. Quite a few people maxed it. It's 6,000 gems to do so. It's a little pricey, but if you have like 20,000 plus gems, it's kind of worth it. Yeah, I think we're ending it there. Before I do it like 20,000 more times. What's in our mail? Is it just Valkyries? Yeah, it is. I'm still keeping my pities here just so we know approximately how much loot we got over the course of the weekends. Because the pity system is a good way to kind of gauge your average, even if you don't keep track of your exact number. You can kind of do it based on how high your pity got. And you can kind of be like, oh, if I have this much pity, I probably got about this many Vault Keys and about this many Epic Vault Keys. It's kind of like a little mini breakdown in that way. Can I show all the new recipes? Sure, we can go do that again real quick before we end it out. But yeah, all the new, we showed all of them during the video. But as far as the ones that actually craft unique stuff, there's Darksmith is Evandra, which ends up being a pretty bad mythic. It's just like an armor gain into a big damage poke. It has a new curse gem. It just applies a bunch of curse though. Also gets to do it off the final trait. Nothing too special. Got a bunch of new weapons. Most of these are kind of mid-tier, which is kind of bad for a Doom weapon because normally you only want to upgrade the absolute most best Doom weapons. But I don't know, we'll mess around with them. Maybe they're better than they seem. They do all have Bless, which has potential. They bless all of a certain color. So the brown one blesses all brown, this blesses all red. And there's some situations where this could end up working. It also curses all of the opposing of that color. However, the more important thing is that it blesses your entire team in a pure color Guild War day, which definitely has some usability. So it'll be interesting to see exactly how that ultimately pans out. And aside from that, we got that little cosmetic pet we've been having on our shoulder all stream. A little angry anvil. And then the rest was just all loot that already exists, so you could just craft. Most notably the Forge Scrolls, which can now be crafted here. It's still not a good way to craft them, but it's better than nothing. Anyways, guys, I'm going to be calling it here for now. We'll be back tomorrow night. I might do a midday stream too, we'll see. But we're definitely going to be like super power grinding tomorrow night for sure, 100%. Like, we might even go beyond midnight, we'll see. It just depends how awake I am. But we are going to go all in. because tomorrow is the only day we have both a Vault event and the increased rate for Cursed Gnome, so definitely make sure to get the grind in. I might even, like, take a little nap, catch the game at, like, 2 a.m. and just kind of see what the state of the game is, just to see how broken it is. Because I'm very curious, like, what 1 hour of farming would do with the double buffed, because we have Vault event plus the other thing, so I don't know, we'll see. Time will tell. But definitely worth potentially checking out if you're up around that time, or checking it when you wake up, because tomorrow is going to be a really good day for farming, and we'll mess around with that. Anyways, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week. Best of luck with everything. Last day's the last day of this Vault event, plus it's going to be buffed with the other things, so great time to be doing stuff with it. And we'll be doing a much longer stream tomorrow when we end up doing it with it then. And also, hello, Extreme. Goodbye, Extreme. Thanks for stopping by. And I'll catch you guys soon. Goodbye, everyone. Much longer stream tomorrow. Catch you guys then.